Alright, let's go on. Let's go on. There we go. Alright, that's the right microphone. Let's see, there it is. There it is. It's time. It is time to see them give me news. And drink some of that coffee. There we go. Maybe we'll... And the bun. Bun is pretty... Should be pretty nice. The cinnamon bun. Whoop. Here we go. It's some fresh air here. Alright, good. Let's go. Goddamn, stay USA. Everything's shutting down. Everything's shutting down. You shut down Assassin's Creed? I think it wasn't shutting down. It was that they wanted to remove one of them from the stores or something. There was some licensing shit going on, I think. Or something like that. I think that's what happened there. It's like turning the Crossfire X even off them, son. Imagine when you can't even make something better than the original Crossfire. That right now still looks kind of like CS 1.6, I think. And they couldn't make their own CSGO. What is this? What is this? What is this? Here we go. There we go. Yes, they pretty much. Well, I think some of them can make them kind of work still. And they can probably, if they want, if they will, they can make it go. Ignore them. Yep, that's the one. That's the one. That is exactly the one. Call these snails, huh? Yeah, exactly. Ulitka, actually. I used to call them Galaxy back in the day when I was a kid. The old ones had way more twists there. So when I was a kid, I was calling them a Galaxy. A Galactica. And then I would be just unwrapping the bun, or layer by layer, and eating it that way. Getting yourself some quests to make it more fun to eat. Yeah, the thing is, it's like it's gonna be still doable to to play solo anyway. Like always online, single player is still kind of like just connects you to some sort of thing that's gonna confirm. It's kind of like basically just lazy DRM for them, really. So theoretically, they can just have like very little service, very little server running that they can just put some sort of like scuffed confirmation script or something. Or maybe even like some sort of like shutdown. Special shutdown backdoor or something. So whenever they just take game offline, they just kind of like put some script on that server, and when game calls to it, it just kind of, you know, it just works. I think a lot of like back in the day when StarCraft 2 was just out, I think, with all this online stuff too. I think in the end solution was also to just how they cracked this just by making it to connect to your own server, basically, that was sending kind of false confirmation that everything's good. That's pretty much how it was. Yes, let's see. Yeah, it is pretty. It is pretty big concept in general. Like people having, you know, shit connection, people having no connections at time. Now you also kind of keep in mind if it's like the Steam stuff, right? For example, someone just took their Steam Deck and wants to play the game somewhere on the road where they have no connection. What then? I want to get them to connect to the 3G or something. Or they on the plane want to play a game, and then it tells them to fuck off because there is no connection and stuff. Artificially limiting the lifetime of the game? I don't think so, exactly. I think it's like single-player games don't really need the limiting of the time, I feel. You're gonna die on their own. Multiplayer games, usually like all the games taken offline, that happens whenever, you know, whenever the game dies. There's no one to play, no one playing anymore. So it's kind of like not really needed to kill what's already dead, you know. The fact kind of to like to make some single player game like completely unplayable just to force someone to buy some remaster. I mean, I guess that could be the case, kinda. I mean, that might be something future. I mean, a lot of this gaming stuff goes towards where the software nowadays went. Like, if we just make a good product and sell it, then, you know, everyone's just gonna buy our product, and then how are we gonna make money? So we need to force everyone to switch to subscription. So everyone pays us regularly for our good product that we kinda, you know, making better. Like, what is it, like without a card and stuff like this? My friend told me also like some piece of software he was working with before, or on rather, like some airplanes management stuff, when it also was like, yo guys, how about we got the new version of our software, how about you buy the new version? Well, why? Current version works fine. We're on this old version for like 5 years already, we ain't paying shit. And that's not Korpa. That's not Stonks. Or like people who still were using like Office, like from 2000 or something, without upgrading. There you go, here's subscription for you now. Yulton, exactly. That's another thing that that is a big plus of indie game devs too. And that stuff you can play in way better, on way better terms, I would say. More consumer friendly. Alright, let's start this up. I'll wait a bit. Let's see. What do we have? Office hasn't really changed. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they can't really upgrade all the time, and not a lot of people need those upgrades anyway. Okay, next gen, hello. How we doing? So they force those subscriptions. They force people to pay all the time and upgrade all the time, technically. Alright. Digital Foundry called Hi-Fi Rush the candidate for the Game of the Year. Damn son. Well, too bad by the time Game of the Year gonna be defined, everyone will forget about it already though. Dwarf Fortress on Steam will get the arena mode. I'll be out in the beginning of next week. The Shooter Crossfire X was out on Xbox around 1 year ago, and now it's getting shut down. Servers will be off the 18th of May. Kick. And that one is gone. Sons of the Forest will now release in early access. Did they promise the full release? Did they plan the full release first? Yeah, seems like it. Brother. Cookies all over. Oh, cookies everywhere. Yeah, so they still plan to release it 23rd of February as planned, but it's gonna be dropping to early access stage. So yeah, it was supposed to be a full release. Now instead of delaying it, they just decided to roll it out in early access. I think for the game like that, it's probably a good idea though. I think that might be not bad anyway for them. Sierra. Hi-Fi Rush will be in memory hole in 10 days. Yeah, as soon as all the releases dropping, like by the end of the year, everyone will forget about it probably. And Games of the Year come out in December. Well, I mean, except for like Elden Ring, right? There are some exceptions. But even Elden Ring, still, it was like February 20-something, right? I think so. It still was a little less time until the awards compared to Hi-Fi Rush. So, but doubt it. Yeah, Last of Us Part 1 PC release delayed to March 28th. Man, like it was like, you know, the lockdowns and stuff like pretty much over and everything. There's not gonna be delays anymore. Yep. Cool story, bro. All over the place, man. Zelda was also March. Well, I mean, Nintendo games is like the different breed. It's like new Zelda will be out, yeah, it's gonna Game of the Year. Like, forget about it, most likely. Like, people, you know, consume, people ingest the love to the Zelda games with the milk of their soy. And they're gonna always put it as the best one. That is inevitable. That is inevitable. Yeah, not saying it's bad though. Not saying it's a bad game. It just sometimes kind of feels that it's like, you know, the default choice. Like, you know, like later down the line, there's like more analysis, more in-depth stuff. But initially it's just like, well, shit, it's out, so it's good. 100%. Actually, let's get some more, maybe. Should be enough for a couple, but whatever. Got a bunch last time, I guess some more. Good enough. The Switch, I just noticed it. This one is like here for like a couple of years already. Come on, man. I ordered it like 2 years ago or something. Was always around. I guess we'll be surprised how many other emotes are there, probably even. Whenever you get to find them. You know. The game definitely overhyped. That's actually kind of like part of the problem too, like of stuff being overhyped, right? It's like, first of all, it's like, well, in general, not good, right? To have stuff overhyped. But the second thing is, it's just there's like a bunch of people who are gonna shit on it just for the sake of it being overhyped. Because it's a good game, like objectively it's a good game, but with all this like, yeah, the Switch jumping around it and everything, is just like some people automatically kind of against it, just to kind of oppose that group of people. So it like instantly creates this like rift around it. Instead of actually, you know, talking about it, it's just kind of like shit on it by default or praise it by default. And if you try to like look into it, then you instantly like either gonna get called one of the sides, depending where you kind of lean on. And all those like arguments are still crazy. Like I went to like, there's one of our local like game industry websites here. They have like the job opening stuff there. So like sometimes just kind of opening it to check it for funsies, just to see how it is. That one is kind of bad also for it. Like they usually don't really get a lot of new openings and stuff anytime. So just kind of like, I don't know, for me, so whenever I was just like browsing something and, oh, I can check that. Let's check it. So I checked, and like there was like on the front page, it shows kind of like a bunch of different like user-made articles and stuff, and there was like some huge analysis on like Zelda and everything and Breath of the Wild. I opening it, and it was like literally just guy writing, I don't know, like I didn't even have like, you know, time and energy to read all of that. That was like huge wall of text with videos, with screenshots, with everything. And that was just because like some dude on the same website said that it's bad. And they started arguing. And all this argument ended up in the huge separate fucking post. Like he got the sources, he got like the developers, GDC talks, videos and everything. Screenshots from presentations and stuff. I'm like, dude. And people are less dedicated when they're like defending their thesis or something in university. Another guy was just kind of like, you know, well, game design's trash, combat is shit, Dark Souls better, period. Alright. Like you already see that the guy is pipiega. You don't need to you know, how's the English saying for that? And don't throw what's the English for that one? Not marbles, but something in front of the swine. They're not gonna appreciate it, you know. Some of the stuff from GDC though kind of interesting, not gonna lie. Like some of the game design things that they implemented. Like the concept of like triangles, I think, or something. Like there was a bunch of interesting stuff there. That was interesting. Damn, so them full with the memes there. Yeah, like the more fanboying, the more it kind of becomes PPG, because like, you know, just objectively kind of liking it puts you also in the same category with those people. So you kind of feel like, and just, you know, criticizing it just makes those people jump on you and hate you instantly. So it kind of puts it in this bad situation where you can't even really say much about it. Yes, det kan. Relax, hello. Sure can. Alright, what else do we have? There's a big gameplay video of Resident Evil 4 remake. Alright. Dragon Age Dreadwolf may be further away from release than previous rumors suggested. Damn, son. Might be even further away then, eh? It's all about that chatting, yeah. Gotta wait for the Dreadwolf a bunch. Let's see, what else do we have? Seems like not really that much. Not a bit that much. Activision Blizzard to pay SEC $35 million settlement following investigation into how it handles a workplace misconduct complaints. I see, alright. I'm gonna pay the 35 mil. Totally nothing's happening. We just casually decided to just pay, you know, 35 mil for no reason. We are absolutely not guilty or anything. We're just paying 35 million because we can. And this is such a dumb shit, dude. Like, come on. Absolutely not sus. Hazeland Studios co-op adventure It Takes Two topped 10 million sales in under 2 years. Pay money for mistreatment. I mean, that's kind of fine because, you know, it's not like anything worse would happen for mistreatment and stuff. Like for misconduct, I think it's okay to just pay, but the thing is, like, you need to admit, you know, yeah, there were issues, yeah, we were guilty. Pay it not like as a settlement to the government agency, but pay it as, you know, like as a fine for breaking, you know, the law, basically. And pay it to people who were, you know, suffering through that. That would be right. But yeah, just like paying through it and settled. A lot of those settlement suits also have this like claim there that you know, you are like, it's all kind of under the rug now after this. So we settled it, so no one is blaming anyone. All, you know, all the record is gone, like done, settled. No one's guilty or anything. Simukov SC. Hopefully. Hopefully it will be good, eh? What else do we have? Elden Ring drove a game sector revenue to an increase of 123% in quarter 3. Not bad, eh? Still selling quite good, seems like. The anniversary event gonna be anniversary Elden Ring stream on Twitch, actually. The anniversary of Elden Ring will be celebrated with the party in Stockholm. Did Ella mention something? I would expect they would invite him too. So there is gonna be some Elden Ring party and some broadcast for that. Now it's like in Stockholm, out of everything. It's like they know. It's like they know who to invite and stuff. And it's probably because they have like a really good community management. Like the Nordics community management for many gaming companies is insane. Like our community management, I don't even know. I haven't seen ever. I know like Germany also is kind of decent, I think. And yeah, Nordics is insane. All other ones, no idea. Is there even the separate community management there or something? Deal with like streamers, YouTubers? And no clue. No clue. But yeah, maybe they'll announce something since they're doing the stream. I doubt it will be just party or something. There's probably gonna be something there. The private server for Knockout City will be made available on PC so the Dodge Brawler can live on. So they're still kind of gonna keep it in the fan mode. Which I kind of like... I'm surprised because everyone was praising it so much. The Knockout City and stuff when it was out. That it's gonna be so good. And I mean, it lasted a couple of years even. But yeah, nowadays with all the live service games, he's not that good to jump into that market, I feel. It do be kind of hard to compete with others there. We shut down in June, alright. Some ding songs there. Twitch soundtrack delivering, man. Like a new trend, I guess, or something in all the lo-fi. Making it not so lo-fi. Especially when it goes with some like the glitchy stuff and everything. Like, why? Why do that? Never asked for this. Alright. Got him. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Done. Let's see. Square Enix blames declining game sales on a weak catalog titles. So here we go. Here comes the copium, man. Here comes the copium. It's not the new releases, man. It's the old games. It's not the Forspoken is kinda not that good. It's all something else. Time for that copium, man. 6.6% drop for the past 9 months they got. That's still not as bad as I would expect, to be honest. Square Enix burned down. That'll take some time. $600 million Tomb Raider sale. That was like giga shame, man. Imagine selling all those franchises for 200 million just so in a couple of months the company that bought them just sells one of them for 3 times more. Come on, dude. What is this business acumen, dude? It's like an Oblivion. Like they were selling the Tomb Raider with Deus Ex and everything to THQ with like a weapon out, you know, a low personality, without doing the speech minigame and stuff, without doing the haggling and the dialogue. THQ bought it, went to another store. I got all the disposition maxed out, you know, got the personality potions and stuff, and boom, 3 times more profit. Sale was $1? I think so. I think so. I want to buy it back. There's all the different companies still. Ah, 600 million kroner. I mean, that could make sense. $60 million in bucks then. Yeah, that kind of makes at least more sense. Because 600 would be... I mean, I believe Square Enix is Pipiega, but I don't think they're that much Pipiega, right? I guess. But yeah, I think it's kind of cheap though. I think it's kind of cheap for something like Tomb Raider. They're only renting it, I see. For renting, I guess. For renting, I guess. It's just free money then. And then they get it back. That could be. And that could be. Yeah, 600 mil. That way kind of makes more sense. I still kind of don't believe it that cheap though. That's the thing. Like, did they manage to buy all those franchises and companies for 200 mil? Yeah, I still don't believe that. Or rather, I still don't believe that it's like, you know, actually that cheap. And now, yeah, they just rented, they didn't even sell, but just rented one of those franchises for like 1/3 of the price, pretty much. It's pretty good, eh? Hello. How we doing? So it's like you bought the apartment for like 200 mil, and then you rented it out for like, I don't know, 5 years, for example, for 60 mil already. It's not too bad. Actually, no, they bought like not one apartment though. They bought a few apartments, really, technically. So they can still rent out like Deus Ex and all that, all the other stuff. That's pretty good, eh? Took on some Square's debt, did they? With the companies together? I mean, that would be at least something that I would believe, because, like, as I said, like, Square might be PPG, but not that PPG to run charity. It went selling companies like that and everything. I doubt it. I doubt it. Yeah, so Dredge will be out 30th of March. Hope I'll get my hands on that one. The demo was good. That would be nice. That would be nice to play. All right. The Corpo Chills. According to VGC, Microsoft's keeping E3 because of the marketing budget cuts, and Nintendo has nothing to show to to the visitors. Makes sense. I mean, they have Zelda there. Oh, actually, it will be already out by that moment. So I guess, yeah, without Zelda, there is nothing to show, really. That's true. So Microsoft cutting them budgets, eh? Well, I mean, they will have their own show anyway, though, on the side, apparently, because they own, like, some convention center nearby, so might as well, I guess. Cutting the budgets and marketing. What a time to be alive, man. The empty entertainment expo. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's gonna be, actually. I'm not sure. Because, like, all the big companies will be kind of on the side. Like, Nintendo probably gonna do something, but they're gonna do the regular, like, Nintendo Direct, Nintendo Treehouse, whatever, right? EA, last years they already weren't in. They also were somewhere outside, near the convention. Microsoft was kind of near the convention. Sony wasn't even there for a few years before it stopped happening, right? Well, I mean, Bethesda and like a bunch of other companies already part of the Microsoft too. Square, I don't think Square gonna do their own show there whatsoever. They might do some digital stuff, I guess. And Devolver, yeah, Devolver just does their own shit anyway. And they're gonna do it again, so. And PC game shows too. So basically, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly. The only case is like to make it kind of like Gamescom or something. So like pretty much just actual convention where people go and can like play games and try stuff. But then again, that's gonna be a lot of people then. Because I think in the US there is no kind of such thing like some central big huge convention. They have like PAX pretty much, right? In different regions separately, which is actually not a bad thing though. Because when it comes down to one big convention, it just gets too crowded. I still didn't get to Gamescom, but I can imagine, because the convention we have here, even like the main one we had here and went bankrupt now after lockdowns and everything, you know, the shitfest too. That was like super crowded. That was impossible to play anything. Like last time I was there, probably like, I think before I even started streaming, like maybe in 17 or 16 or something. Last time we went with friends just for one day. Before we were going every year for like full, we were buying like VIP tickets. They were good value back then. It was like $50, I think. Yeah, well, maybe $100 or something. And you go there for 4 days. You visit there in the mass media day when there's like no regular people visiting, which was like the main reason to buy that. And you get like a bunch of goodies, like backpacks, you know, whole bunch of digital stuff, some games sometimes, like Warhammer Age of Reckoning back in the day, I remember they were giving to you. Yeah, it was good. Like the mass media day was amazing. Like you just go in, not a lot of people, you can actually play stuff. That's when I played Bloodborne, I remember demo and everything. Even though it still was the line there, but it was like maybe like 3 people in front of me or something. And then I went in 16 or 17 on a regular day. Actually, not exactly, like not Saturday or Sunday. I went like Friday morning, I think, when, you know, people still like working and studying. That was impossible to play anything. We literally just like did a couple of circles around, you know, all the booths, like looked at stuff. Then it was like, well, maybe let's go to the store, get some like merch or something. And then I see like the store like building, and it's like the line is like going like over it like this. I'm like, all right, fuck that shit. I don't need anything. Let's go home. Let's go get some food. There's like a really nice place nearby with some kebab and everything. So we just went there, like good old times for nostalgia's sake. Yeah, but basically it's just too many people on those conventions, honestly. Like, I don't know, the atmosphere you could say could, but it's too much even for the atmosphere. Just too crowded, eh? Let's see. This was already yesterday. Yeah, pretty much. The Back for Blood support is over and everything. That we saw yesterday. Well, yeah, it's weekend already. Not that much news going on, eh? Not that much going on already. Infected coming to Modern Warfare 2 in the Season 2 update. Wait, is this like some new mode or something? Oh, the fan favorite game mode. Alright, I see. It's kind of like the zombie mode or something. The infected is gonna be back to Modern Warfare. Imagine Call of Duty. You're right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Ain't that much to check, really. Alright. Sure. Alright, tomorrow then the weekly news recap. Oh, the weekly one, eh? Let's go get back to them games. Them games. Which we do. I have quite a bit to play. Quite a bit of them to play. Alright, back to the PC. Back we go. There we go. And there we go. Probably save, yeah. I'm gonna check, at least like scroll through it, you know. I'm not sure, like can't say I'm like super excited and interested in it, but you know, since it got into the meme status, I might as well do a little foray into it. See how it goes.